can play. He's got a lot of experience, and he'll enjoy the challenge here this afternoon against Judd.
Yes, and he's come here in good form. He was in the last PTC final just last week. Lost out in the end to Michael Holt, but beat Sean Murphy, Ricky Walden, Liang Wenbo, Stephen Lee. So Dominic Dale playing well in the build-up to this event.
Well, the bookies have got Judd at 4-1 on, and Dominic at 3-1 against. So I think that's a good bet. That's a good price for Dominic Dale. You do expect Judd to come through this one, but you never know. I say, if this man can play, if he plays well, then Judd will have his hands full, and vice versa. Leo Scullion there in the middle, officiating this one. And you can just about nudge that red away from the black, I think. Well, he's played the calculated cannon. He didn't quite get it right. Expected to try and turn that over for the left corner. The problem he's got now is there's a red down in the bulk area. I'm surprised he didn't try and stud into that other red, actually, from that shot. All he can do here is probably just rest the cue ball on the top cushion.
Dominic Dale, so 8.
That's not far away. Huh. Well, I see you can only rest the white on the top cushion, but it had to be a little bit better than that. Great pot. And you'll get them open here. That's unlucky.
6.
Caught them well. Well, MCA Rob Walker introduced Dominic Dale as like coming from Vienna, but actually he's moved back into the UK now. He's living at, I think, Stroud near in Gloucestershire. So he has moved back from Vienna.
6.
Plays at the academy down there, Southwest Snooker Academy in Gloucester. Nice setup.
Well, yeah, he moved back because there's just so many events in Britain, the PTCs and the qualifiers. I just think it was cost too much to travel back and forth.
He had better competition there as well. I don't think he had too many players to play in Vienna.
Well, it's pretty obvious. I'm sure Dominic knows this. His safety game has got to be good today to keep Trump out. And even if he plays good safety, there's no guarantee he'll keep him out. But that's imperative from Dale's point of view. Can't afford to leave anything on. And that's why.
Pink ball. Trump, 1.
Well, if you want to bet on the players, these two players to win the title, Judd Trump is quoted at 9-1. But Dominic Dale is well, he's way down there at 200-1, simply because it's the first round match against young Judd Trump, I assume. Well, of course it is.
Well, Trump's been unlucky a couple of times, really. Went into the pack, didn't land on anything. Well, he had that awkward red to the middle. And there again, that long red didn't get on a colour.
Another attacking shot. He's not holding back so far, is he? The fascinating thing would be, as well, if he does come through, Judd, Dave, he's got Ronnie O'Sullivan in the second round. What a match that will be.
Absolutely. Well, that final they played in Belgium was just terrific.
Well, there won't be a seat in the house for that one. And you can see here that this red goes to the middle. No. Yeah, that final against them two was like an exhibition, wasn't it? It's unbelievable standard. Ronnie played well against Steve Davies yesterday. I know that Steve probably didn't have the firepower to punish him, but he still played very fluently.
Well, he potted one ball, that to be seen to be believed, the yellow, when the cue ball was in the jaws of the back pocket.
Oh, I remember that, yeah, because he nearly went in off and then he knocked it in and cleared because he just knocked it in like it was over the corner pocket.
He practices a lot with Trump at the Grove in Romford, their practice base, so yeah, really what we want to say. But of course Dominic Dale isn't interested in that, he wants to get through himself. But this is trouble for him, the red spread far and wide, cue ball on the top cushion.
It's a little bit wide. Yeah, Dominic Dale, of course, a winner in the past, 2 ranking titles, Shanghai Masters, and also the Grand Prix.
Well, I think he felt forced into that. As I say, the reds are just spread everywhere. But he has left a chance for Judd Trump.
One.
Oh, that bounced and kicked a bit. No, I think he's still on the pink, actually. Just watch this. Oh, that took off. You can see the cue bending there as well when he played the shot. Like a golf club, isn't it? An impact.
Seven.
He did enjoy himself after the end of the season. He earned just over £200,000. And why not enjoy yourself? But he's back to work now and determined to try and make an impact in the major events this season. And one thing's for sure, he's great for the game. He's a new star, exciting player, brought a lot of new fans to the game. Well,
16.
Just drifted in enough on the nap. They tend to keep the line pretty much on these fine cloths.
But he said himself at the start in the interview with Rob Walker that there is more pressure on him now because people are watching him, and you know what people are like. If he gets a few bad results, they'll be questioning whether he really was as good as we were saying. Well, he is, but obviously it's still down to him to get the results and keep improving.
We're very fickle in the UK, aren't we, with our sporting stars? You know, we build them up, but we like to knock them down as well when they're not doing so well.
Well, I was thinking with Steve Davies yesterday, you know, all the adoration he was getting. You know, it's not so long ago that people couldn't wait for him to lose.
Booing him into the arena.
When he was world number 1.
Incredible.
Well, it's a bit early for that, really, but you can see Trump is the quicker of the two. But Dominic hasn't had a chance to get a break going, which will quicken the average shot time.
Up to 3.
One of the interesting things at the Crucible was how relaxed he was generally. Trump, he was tweeting in the intervals. He just seemed to be loving every minute of it.
Yeah, got a nice little cannon there on the red as well to develop that red.
Up to 8.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really. When I was in Killarney, I was watching Neil Robertson, another one that's so laid back. Had about 3 minutes to go before the start of the match, and Martin Clark, our assistant tournament director, said, "Oh, have you got a bow tie?" He said, so he just went that, produced it, put it on, and went out and played and won the final. Incredible, so laid back. These two lads are, they're just, you know, to the point where they're comatose. And if you can play under this pressure when you're like that, well, it's a massive bonus.
Well, he's going to need one more red here after the pink.
$49.
Great crowd in again, watching this young man. Just slightly hampered here.
$50.
But it didn't make any difference. Great start for Trump.
Yeah, he did well there because he couldn't quite get right down on the shot as he would have liked, but this has been a good break. As David mentioned, Dominic was slightly forced into taking on that tough red,
56.
but in the end, it's cost him the frame. Don't be surprised if this goes in. Oh, he had two goes at it.
And the frame.
56 and the frame, so Judd Trump makes a great start. Dominic Dale was in trouble. He felt he had to take that red on, missed it, and he probably was resigned to losing the frame from that, which he did. So Judd Trump off and running. He leads 1-0.
The more I travel, the more I know what I need. I don't need to be the first. I don't need a fork. I don't need postcards. I don't need to have been born here. I need to return to realize what is actually important. I need Spain.
After months of negotiation, the Taliban gave us permission to film them inside Pakistan's Swat Valley. The entry was dangerous. Their foot soldiers had standing orders to kill all foreigners. But for 2 or 3 days we broadcast live from inside the valley. It was unheard of. But it couldn't last. And when the Taliban stopped taking our calls, we knew that something had changed. It was time to leave, and fast.
Well, we're just underway in frame 2. Judd Trump leading Dominic Dale 1-0. It's also 1-0 to Mark Allen against Adrian Gunnan on the other table. That's live on Eurosport 2 right now. And indeed will be the whole afternoon.
Could have done with leaving that cue ball nearer to the back cushion. Little attempt on the right hand side for Judd here. Well, he's thinking about a possible plant. There's some distance between the reds, but it's obviously the safety is the priority. Good cue ball. Although I don't think he's covered this red near the right corner pocket. Well, if Dominic takes this on, he's going to be clattering into the red, so he's got to commit himself 100% to the pot here and just let the rest happen. Well, I'm surprised he played it at that pace, but he's played it very well. He's nearly on this black. Well, that's unlucky. Just a touch less of pace, and that was nearly a great shot. Still got the blue.
Pink ball.
He's going to build himself into this match. He doesn't want to give Judd another easy chance. Let's see what he's done in the first frame.
Dale, 1.
There'll be a few tactics here this afternoon coming from that man, and he'll wait for concrete openings. This young man will go for a few more though. No doubt about that.
Try stopping him. When you're that good, why not? Work for him at the Crucible. But he is also a very good safety player, Judd Trump. We saw that in China when he won the China Open, and there again, look at that, he's found the bulk cushion.
That's a great shot. The problem Dominic's got here now is a red on the right-hand cushion, stopping him from playing the natural path to the bulk area, so he's got to find another way. Just dropping the white to the top cushion, I think. Well, that was about the best he could do from there. Played it well. Might be trying to get to the red near the top cushion, behind the black spot there. It looks a little bit wide. Oh, I don't know, I think it just nudged it. Oh, what a shot that is. Brilliant. Great angle, great pace. Just got to touch wide off that side cushion.
He's got a lot of tablecraft, doesn't he, Dominic? He's a great fan of the history of the game. He watches old videos of the Reardons and the Spencers, and well, obviously learnt a lot from them.
Used to buy a lot of memorabilia, didn't he?
Mm.
He sold it on recently, actually. Well, he just avoided that red up the table there, and he's covered this one over the left corner pocket. Well, Judd might attempt this one down the left cushion here. Again with the element of safety. It's a good shot. Well, Dominic's in trouble here. You can only see this red on the side cushion. Difficult to get things safe. I suppose the one near the cushion, he could try and screw back off that one, back into bulk. And hopefully he doesn't leave that red on that he's playing. Might be attempting that now, downward striking. Well, that's not bad. I think he's covered the one over this left corner here, but that was just about the only shot he had on, really. Once he wobbled the red and kept it at this end. Yes, I don't think Judd can get to the potting angle with that one. Well, he didn't hold back there. But this is a chance here for Dominic as we watch the replay. It's just a question whether he can just drop this in and possibly hold for the blue. Things are a little bit crowded at this end. Just tucking the waistcoat in, just leaning over a few reds.
Breathe in, Dominic.
Well, I'd have no chance. Nice well played. He did drop it in. And it's a good shot, actually. Nicely on the blue. He's got a slight angle on this blue just to stun down and get closer to the reds, and he can get himself in good position. Well, he could be away here.
Beat Nigel Bond to qualify, which was a good win. Nigel's always very solid.
6.
As I say, he hasn't qualified since 2005 for the UK Championship. Similar story with the World Championship. It had been 7 years until last season that he made the Crucible, lost out to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
7.
But I think you're right. I think moving back to the UK will certainly help because, as you say, higher quality practice opposition. There's not a lot of, well, certainly not top players in Austria, so he wasn't really getting the level of practice perhaps he felt he needed.
On another note, I think that's possibly why Stephen Hendry's struggling as well, David, because he's kind of table in his house, but it's always nice to be playing with the lads at the club, isn't it, practicing, because you can always gauge where your game is. You need to be practicing players at this level. Okay, you can put 6-8 hours in on your own, but it's not the same thing.
Yes, and I also always think as well, practicing at home, there's always distractions, aren't there? You know, the kids come home from school or whatever, something will happen, someone will come to the door, whatever. It's not the same as going out to work at the club.
Yep, well, you can do 6 hours solid.
13.
And it's a game that you have to concentrate well out at, and I've always said to the lads in the club, you know, I'm practicing, just leave me alone for a few hours, I'll gladly talk to you afterwards. And as much that once that concentration is broken, it's sometimes very difficult to get it back at the same level. Oh, he hasn't got the right contact on that red. Just slid off it a little bit. He's out of position. Wanted a full ball contact on that. I still think that Stephen's got, just come back to Stephen, I still think Stephen's got 2 or 3 years in him, David, but I think he needs to he's got to tighten his game up, obviously, and plus the fact he hasn't really changed it over the years. He's still going for a few pots and that, but they're not going in. That's the problem, and it's costing him frames and matches. I still think he's got a few years in him, though. I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, he played all right the other night. It was just a few shots here and there against Maguire that cost him. Maguire played very well, I thought.
Which he wouldn't have missed 3 or 4 seasons ago. Well, that's a good recovery.
Yes, he knows he's got to keep going here because if he leaves Judd Trump anything at all, he's likely to polish the frame off. So Dominic Dale has really got to make every chance count.
$28. $29.
The other thing I like about Dominic as well, he's got a pretty good temperament. He won't be fazed by this challenge here this afternoon. He'll be relishing it.
I think that's right. I think it's the sort of match he would look forward to. He knows there's a lot of attention around it and would enjoy playing Trump. Although I suspect he's not the player he would have chosen to play. He's had a free choice.
$37.
But one thing is certainly true, and Judd Trump will be aware of this, the players, he's a player now that they really want to beat. He's a top player and they're in his sights. Or rather, he's in their sights. He's up to number 7 in the world, Judd Trump, and a big tournament winner, so he's one of the players that the qualifiers want to knock off his perch.
45.
And he has been playing pretty well this season. This is the 3rd major ranking event, the first one in Australia. He got to the quarter-finals.
53.
Should have beat Sean Murphy in Shanghai. He was 4-1 up and slightly went to pieces, lost 5-4. But that PTC last week showed some good form. So he's come here full of confidence.
$60.
And he's a couple of balls away here from making it 1 apiece.
$61.
Frame ball. It's been a good break. It should give him a little bit of boost of confidence.
68.
This could turn out to be a very good match here this afternoon between these two.
$69. $75.
Frame safe. But nice to see a century.
76.
We've had 12 already in 2 days. The highest, of course, is Matthew Stevens with 140. Still fancy that we might see a maximum this week.
Well, with the quality we've got, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
No.
84.
Well, this is exactly what he needed to settle himself and to remind Judd Trump that two can play this game.
$90. $91.
Chose to nudge it and did it very well. That's a great shot.
98.
This has been superb. Judd went for that red into the corner, missed it, and he's had to sit the rest out.
99.
Well, this has been immaculate.
Dominic Dale's 13th century of this season.
106.
And indeed the 13th century so far of this UK Championship.
109.
This is already, it's only day 3, it's already shaping up to be one of the great tournaments this. We've had some terrific snooker already. And already this afternoon these two have not disappointed.
It's obvious they've all got themselves up for it. That was a little bit pacey. Well, it'll be a good clearance from there now off the side cushion. I can still drop it in though. Go on, get in. Bound to be on the black.
Well, not to be, but 118, nothing wrong with that. It's a great effort from Dominic Dale. This could be a very close contest, I think. They've both already come to the party in the first 2 frames. Trump winning the first, Dale winning the second, so they're level at 1 apiece.
to electricity for many things. So why not for your professional van? New Renault Kangoo ZE. 100% electric, 0% emission.
Topshop is a household name for the best TV shopping experience in more than 20 countries across Europe. Simply call our operator to buy directly from the TV or go to topshoptv.net for all our best sellers and more. Watch Topshop every evening and morning on Eurosport.
Dominic, Dale to break.
So it's one apiece here in York. Judd Trump and Dominic Dale, 6 frames needed to reach the second round in a meeting with Ronnie O'Sullivan. Still 1-0 to Mark Allen against Adrian Gunnell on the other side, although Allen's way ahead in the second frame as well. It's literally on the other side, actually. It's on Eurosport 2, live all afternoon. Ronnie O'Sullivan's birthday today, 36 years of age. He's no doubt watching this somewhere, looking to see who's going to come through to play in the next round. Well, Trump's overcut that one. Have to sit out the last frame. Dominic Dale's 118, just reminding him that the Welshman's in pretty good form coming here too.
Well, that wasn't a bad little nudge off the green to leave the white tight to the cushion. Well, it's just come from away the edge of the pack, and this is on to the middle. Judd was a little bit unlucky there to see that red finish in that position. And I think Dominic will take this on. You can take the white down the table. Green is waiting.
One.
And he's hitting the ball well. He looks nice and relaxed as well.
Dressed a little conservatively, isn't he, Dominic? He's usually a little more outlandish than that, but a bit restrained today.
Yeah, seen with multicoloured waistcoats and blonde hair in the past and all sorts.
4.
Got some action into the cue ball there.
Yeah.
In fact, if he just caught that red a little fuller, he might have been on a red here to the right corner. Can still chip this one in though.
Thank you. 5.
Well, he's on the yellow, but he might have to screw directly into the reds from that colour to try and open them up.
Yellow ball.
We've seen the cue power he's got when he's just played the green. Well, this is a great effort. That's a good shot, but this is a toughie. But he's got a slight angle to get out for the black. If he can just drop this red in. Ah, well, there's the spinning ball. Spot the ball, the backspin. Just below centre. We saw this cue ball used in the power snooker actually, and it shows you the spin that's applied by these lads. You don't use it in the majors, of course. It'll drive you mad.
Well, it was very interesting. It would have been nice to see Dominic Dale's shot. He played safe.
To show the action they get on this on the cue ball though, Dave, isn't it? The side spin, the back spin, top spin.
Two 2-0 Mark Allen now. He did win that second frame against Adrian Gunnell. Well, he didn't want that in, did he, where the red's gone?
Yeah, the red is still potable. It's more difficult now. I just get the feeling that Judd doesn't want to push the boat out too much because he'll get punished by this man. We know that it is exciting and, you know, attacking and exciting to watch, but he might just have to rein himself in a little bit. Otherwise he could find himself in trouble.
Yes, I think that is true about him. I think the way he plays, he's going to find it quite hard to be consistent. When they go in, he'll win tournaments, but when they don't, he might make some early exits.
Yes, and Dominic has got the experience and steady enough to win this match here this afternoon. Well, the red goes next to the pink, but I think there's a plant on as well. You've seen the plant. I think that's the favourite because you can screw over for the black.
Six.
Well, he knew that he was gliding into that red, and he's pushed it away from the cushion, but he's just finished a little bit straight on this one. Could play the one that's furthest away from the cushion.
13.
There's not much angle there, and he'd have to power that in to get back for the black. That's why he's taking this one.
Dominic Dale, 13.
Well, that was unexpected. Overcut it.
One.
Well, that's not too clever either. He played past those for the open red. He can only play a safety.
Judd trump, 8.
It's found one. Could do with a 4-ball kiss on the green though. Oh, that's okay. He's on this green. Chip the brown in as well. Well, he had a good chance when he was at this end of the table. That's a great shot.
4. Five.
Well, the European events we've been showing in Germany and Belgium and Poland were really well attended, but it's great to see a big crowd as well here in York in the UK. Well,
12.
he was, for a moment there, he thought that bad contact had cost him. Yes, it's been terrific to see a big crowd because this tournament hasn't been held in York for 5 years, and you always worry when you go back whether it'll be the same, but it has been.
Well, Berlin was unbelievable, wasn't it? 14 years, wasn't it, since it's been that? There was massive crowds.
19.
What, Mark Selby, Mike Williams came out to the final there like pop stars. It was incredible. Not too far away before we're playing that one again, actually, in the new year.
20.
Oh, what a shot that is. And bonus to Canada Reds. Just look at the cue power there. Just watch this.
Yes, Mark Williams won that final in Berlin, and seemed to have a slight tear in his eye at the end, although of course he denied it, as he would, but I think it got to him as well. It was a terrific occasion.
28.
One of many we've seen in the last year. Judd Trump's featured in a few himself.
Well, his career really took off when he won that China Open, wasn't it? And then went to Sheffield. I mean, I don't think Neil Robertson fancied playing him in the first round as defending champion after that. If he hadn't had won, it might have been slightly different, but of course Judd went there full of confidence and we knew what happened. The defending champion got beat again in the opening round at the Crucible. It's happened so many times. But this young man has arrived and he's here to stay.
He's having a few little bad contacts, but thankfully he's still going. That's his bow tie. If it is a bow tie, it seems a little unorthodox, but
43.
as long as Mike Ganley's happy with it, the tournament director, he's all right. Li Yan last night, the Chinese player, had a bit of trouble with his, didn't he? Seemed a bit lopsided at times.
50. $51.
Well, this is effectively frame ball, this black.
$58.
So it's been an excellent standard so far from both players. Well, he could have done with potting that, because obviously it's only one snooker now, so Dale will come back. That will be annoying to Trump. Just going to add a little bit of anxiety he really didn't need.
Yeah, and he played to get on the black. All he had to do was drop it in, really, just to make sure.
One.
Took its time.
Never in doubt.
But he'll keep this last red on here. Try and lay the snooker.
Eight.
Well, I say that. Is it contemplating taking the pot on past the green? Oh, there you go. I thought he'd keep the red on, but he's decided to try and get the snooker off the colours. Should have made sure of that red, really. We keep saying it though, but we've seen it so many times before. Just kill the frame when you get the opportunity.
16.
Because they do come back to haunt you.
Dominic Dale, 16.
Well, he was a little fortunate there with that double kiss. That could have finished anywhere. But Dominic's still needing one snooker then. Just needed to be a touch harder. Judd can see this. Yellow. Little swerve chop, no problems. And I think he'll be happy with that. Well, he just avoided the middle pocket, but he's left this yellow on. But always make sure you get the object ball safe, even though you're playing for snookers. If this goes in, this frame is over. Didn't need a second chance.
Judd trump, 2.
Well, 32 with 25 on, so 2 snookers required. Understandable that Dominic's playing on here. Well, it wasn't a great effort. A chance to really kill this frame off now. He's beginning to get into his stride, isn't he?
Well, that was slightly asking for it, wasn't it? I mean, Dominic will be disappointed with that shot, and also the first shot he played on the yellow when he got the double kiss was a bit slapdash, so didn't really turn the screw as he would have liked there. I don't think he'll bother coming back this time.
3. And the frame.
So it is 2-1 then to Judd Trump. Dominic Dale did have a chance there. He only needed 1 snooker, but just didn't quite get to grips with that little safety exchange, and Judd Trump relieved to go back in front here at the Barbican. He leads by 2 frames to 1.
Morocco, the country that travels within you.
Get the most striking images directly on your mobile with the new and free No Comment TV iPhone application. And experience much more with the exclusive My No Comment feature. Capture the action and contribute to set the news agenda. Upload your videos or photos and be a No Comment TV reporter. Play your part. Download No Comment TV now.
Last frame before the interval. There's the trophy that they're playing for. Judd Trump leads Dominic Dale 2-1.
Yeah, they're just signs at the end of that frame that Judd was opening up a little bit. Opening up the shoulders. Oh. Well, that's one way.
Thanking the snooker gods.
Don't get any of those these days. I think I've used all mine up over the years. So look at this again. He tried to play the side of the pack. Just look at the clip off the blue as well. That helped. It's all part of the game, and you need those little nudges to win tournaments. Well, not too clever. He's left Dominic a red on here, although it's from distance, but if you can pop this in, you can hold for the black. There's plenty of reds available. Might have a slight angle, you could play this off 2 cushions. Good shot. Yeah, that's a little bit careless from Judd there.
Yeah.
Well, once again, Leo Scullion is going to clean the cue ball.
8.
We've seen a few little kicks here and there, which is the bane of any player's life, really. It's hard enough as it is, isn't it, snooker, without that sort of thing happening?
Yeah, they're not been massive kicks, are they? Just little ones. It's just dropping, you know, like sending the white off course. And of course, it kills the speed as well.
9.
It's 2-1 Mark Allen. Adrian Gunnels won the 3rd frame on the other table. On remind you on Eurosport 2, that match. Well, you can see a few people, latecomers.
17.
Well, maybe they're just making for the exits on the other side, but because there's no wall, so the players here have got to just try and ignore all that.
I was talking to Mike Smith yesterday. Do you think there's a case of just putting a little lip on there, you know, 4 or 5 inches high or something, just to mask that off? I know it's nice for the spectators to watch both tables, but if you're high, you can see both tables anyway, but I think there might be a case just putting a small lip there between the tables. Not a full partition. We have that at the Crucible, of course, because that's the blue ribboned event of our season.
But also, if there wasn't a wall at the Crucible, they'd be bumping into each other, because it's so small out on the floor, isn't it? Be like being in a snooker club. The Crucible recently celebrated its 40th birthday.
Ah, that's gone wrong.
40.
Well, they were tightly packed. I might only just touch the reds here. I don't know if we can do much more. Can't put the white to the top cushion, there's a red there. Can't put the white to the side cushions. Well, he's gone for the red to the corner.
Dominic Dale, 40.
Well, that's not too bad. He's played it in such a way to not leave anything on. Pity he didn't get the good split because he was going well there. Stand by your bets.
Well, that's it, isn't it? You know, if that goes in, he could well have won the frame from it, but as it is, he's left it. Seemed to hit it pretty hard. So Dale straight back in.
1.
I remember playing John Parrott one match, the Crucible, I think it was, David, and John, the late great John Spencer, was commentating. He said, because me and John used to hit the ball quite hard, and he said, I think these balls will be glad to get back in the box after this session. Don't know what he meant.
Well, he's just a little anxious about the red in towards the bulk end. Saw yesterday Marco Fu just grazed the yellow with his shirt, and it could well have been decisive, because at that point Bingham needed a snooker.
7.
Obviously got the penalty points, had a chance to clear up. In the end he didn't, but that was to lead 4-2, and as it was 3-3, Marco Fu started to play really well after that and got the result in the end, 6-4. So little things like that can make a big difference in a match.
8.
Looks like there's a plan, Tom.
14.
Well, you can make that.
$15.
Well done. Still needs a couple of more reds though after this black. Well, he took that in the corner. Just failed to contact those 3 reds. Still in good position though. Red and 1 more black. Well, in fact, he still needs 2 reds actually. But again, this has been a good contribution from Dominic here, just at the right time. I know Judd went for that red into the corner, full-blooded. And again, it looks like it's going to cost him the frame.
Yes, Judd Trump plays the way he plays, and it got him to within 3 frames of becoming world champion. But on this occasion, he missed and gave Dale this opportunity to kill the frame off. But he's missed frame ball. Well, that's amazing.
I just wondered why he played it so hard, especially with it being frame ball. Well, Judd's missed the chance there. He might not get another one.
And he'll be annoyed, because that was a chance, they were saying with Bingham and Fu, that was a chance to really hurt Dale with the interval coming up.
Yeah, I think Judd's just shown patches of brilliance in this session so far. There's 1 or 2 things to think about in that interval. Especially now, that red has gone in, and it's definitely going to be 2-all.
Well, it's a reprieve for Dominic Dale, which he may not have had, but Judd Trump couldn't take advantage. That's what this game's about.
And I think this will frustrate Judd as well, David, because he knows he should beat this guy at the table, but Dominic's a good player, you know, and I think that he's got to think about things at that 15-minute interval. Well, that might be a concession.
Well, it's a fascinating match, this, and it's going to be level at the interval at 2-2. They're going to be away for 15 minutes. We'll, by the way, during the interval, we're watching the end of last night's match between Sean Murphy and Lee Yan, so stay with us for that one. Continuing on Eurosport 2, Mark Allen and Adrian Gunnell. It's 2-1 to Mark Allen. But these two have got 15 minutes to go and settle themselves, and then when they come back, they'll be level at 2-2. So, as I say, we will be going to the last frame from last night, Sean Murphy, Lee Yan, during the interval. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen there, Mark Allen, Adrian Gunnell. That's live on Eurosport 2, as you can see. It's 2-1 to Mark Allen. He was a semi-finalist in the UK Championship when it was in Telford last year. 2-1, and they're in their last frame before their interval. So, as I say, we're going to show you the end of Sean Murphy's match with Lee Yan of China. That will be during the interval, and then after that, we'll be back live in York for the continuation of Judd Trump against Dominic Dale.
Your goal for Euro 2012.
This innovation-driven car maker faced a document security problem. This global logistics company faced a problem in its dispatch document system.